Hi guys, this is Kanuj from Meidatek and today we are going to do the review for Meitu M4. This is the latest smartphone from China. It's a selfie smartphone which comes with a 13 megapixel rear camera and a 13 megapixel front camera. The smartphone is yet not available in India, but you can buy it from Amazon.com, or if you are in China then you can definitely buy it from there. We are going to talk about some of its best features, user experience and performance. Let's begin with the unboxing. The Meitu M4 smartphone comes with really premium packaging. In fact, it is the best packaging I have ever seen on a smartphone. And why not? The smartphone costs around $345 in US. And if you're buying it in India, then it is going to cost you around 20,000 rupees. Looking at the design, the smartphone has got a SIM slot at one side. At the back, it has got a large camera dial and there are two different flashes. Then there is Meitu printed at the back on the matte finish white cover. There is a volume rocker on one side of the smartphone, and at the front side you have a very large 13 megapixel camera. It's excellent for taking selfies. Now at the top of the device we have got a metal edge, and there is a power button and a 3.5 jack. At the bottom of the device we have got two speakers and a micro USB port. Let's talk about the specs for this smartphone. Meitu M4 comes with 1.7 GHz Octa-Core Meidatek 6752 processor. The smartphone comes with 2 GB of RAM and has a 4.7-inch display. The display has HD resolution and it has got thick bezels around the edges. The smartphone comes with 32 GB of internal storage. There is no expansion slot for adding a memory card. The battery capacity on this device is 2160 mAh, which is okay but not that great. The smartphone has 3G as well as 4G connectivity, which is good. Then the smartphone does not have a fingerprint scanner. The smartphone runs on Android Kitkat and it has got its own operating system UI. The operating system UI is known as Meios 2. Let's check out the user experience on Meitu M4. Okay, we unlock the smartphone and you got a nice cube effect on the smartphone. I really like this effect and feels smooth and easy to use. Let's check out the contacts. Pretty smooth UI and nice to work with. Clock is also good. Calendar app is also nice. The Notes app looks somewhat like the iOS, and the keyboard works really well. It's easy to type on this keyboard, and the text appears thin, but definitely it's a good smartphone to read text. Now let's check out some more of the apps which MIOS have exclusively. Let's look at the wallpaper app. It's really easy to change the wallpaper for both home screen and lock screen. So we have changed the wallpaper and let's see how it looks. Yeah, definitely it's a easy way of changing the wallpaper. There are a lot of ringtones also which is inbuilt in the MIOS. Let's look at some of the sliding effects. Oh, there are plenty of sliding effects you can choose from. And I checked all of these and feels pretty smooth. This is very simple and I like the older one, which was the cube effect. So let's check out some more apps. There are certain tools like flashlight, which you can use. Then there are system tools like downloads, file manager. File manager is also really smooth on MIOS 2. So these are some of the customizations which makes MIUS 2 different from the stock Android. There are certain apps which are named in Chinese which I didn't like. Probably they could have changed to English. So there are some of the Me Too apps also which are again named in Chinese, and it was difficult to understand what they are supposed to do. Let me quickly show you the quick bar settings. Some of the settings are unique, like taking a screenshot. You can click and the screenshot is captured. And rest of the settings I found are very normal, which are there in the stock Android. Let's check out the detailed settings. They are also very similar to the stock Android options. You can set the wallpapers from here, which we have seen earlier. There are call settings, you can bar any numbers, or if you want to block SMS also, you can do that from here, which is good thing. Then there are other settings which you will find quite similar to the normal Android operating system. I have been using this smartphone for a couple of days now, and I didn't found any lag or issues in terms of the MEOS 2. It's a neat and clean OS, and it's quite similar to stock Android, which is a good thing. It is not heavily customized compared to some of the other ROMs we have seen. Let me show you the hardware specs on the smartphone. It runs on 1.7 gigahertz octa-core processor. It is powered by Android KitKat, which is a bit old though, but still the MIOS 2 works well. It has got 32 GB storage, out of which around 22 GB is usable. Reading text and watching videos is delightful on this smartphone, though the bezels are quite wide and it takes a lot of space, but still the screen is sharp and crisp. You can watch videos and play games on this smartphone. It's a decent display and it's not like some of the cheaper HD displays we have seen before. Check out the most important feature of this smartphone. It has got two really good camera. One at the front with a 13 megapixel resolution and the other at the back with 13 megapixel resolution. You have got a lot of options to click images and take videos. You can make a time-lapse video, you can make a slow motion video, or if you want to take a scare picture, you can even do that. There is good integration of inbuilt MEOS 2 apps with the camera application. You don't need to do a lot of post processing in with this smartphone, but in the image itself you can do that. There is a dedicated camera key on the smartphone which you can long press and launch the camera app quickly. You can even take pictures with the self timer using the key, as I just have taken. I have shot many pictures with this smartphone, and let me show you some of the selfies as well as some of the pictures taken with the rear camera. Okay, here is an image I have taken with the front selfie camera, and it is quite detailed and was taken indoors. Here is an image I took outdoors in the daylight condition. Colors are good and it's a detailed image. Okay, here is a close shot of leaves, and it was taken in broad daylight and decent color reproduction. Here is a close shot again, I've taken in the indoor light. It is a decent image, but there is a bit of noise in this image. The smartphone comes with the 13 megapixel front camera, which I think is the highlight of this device. It takes really good selfies. I took selfies indoor as well as outdoors, and it does shine in what it is supposed to do. The rear camera is also decent and comes with dual flash. The images were not overexposed when taken with the dual flash system, and I think on the camera front it does really well. Overall, I think the smartphone is good for people who are looking for a decent camera smartphone, especially if you take a lot of selfies and are into selfies and posting them on social media. Then definitely the front camera and the integration of MUS camera app to other beautification applications is really helpful. So if you are looking for a selfie camera smartphone, you can definitely give Meitu M4 a thought. That's all, guys, from me. And if you have any questions or queries, you can definitely ask in the comments below. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe and give a thumbs up if you liked it.